and welcome to Scientists with Beard.
Okay, so we are doing Scientists with Beard, and first I'll give you a beard fact. You know, scientists used to think of very crazy ways. So there is a group called CIA. They find all the thieves, all the terrorists, all the burglars, dictators. So there was one person who was an enemy of America from Cuba. His name was Fidel Castro. So Fidel Castro was a strong man who was a communist. So America is democratic. So this is a different thinking. So what the Americans wanted to do was humiliate him. So they put thallium. You know, thallium is one of the elements in periodic table.
Yeah.
They put thallium salt in his shoes. So that what happens though, when his feet get in touch with thallium salt, the beard will fall off, and everybody will laugh at him. Think of it, what they do, yeah. But thank God, he never wore those shoes, and this idea was flop. But this is
scientist idea.
Yeah, so people with beard know, if they were to start a staring contest, like look in my eyes and stare, it is more likely that the bearded people will win. 63% more likely.
But you don't win.
I wink. That's why I blink. But why do you think people with beard will win?
I don't
Maybe you look at the beard and you get distracted. Okay, let's talk about a scientist that we want to talk about. Today's scientist's name is Wilhelm Röntgen.
Because you didn't get Asu, we get.
Asu, tears. So today's Wilhelm Röntgen is one of the special scientists, a German mechanical engineer and a physicist. You know, he is awarded
because we are big. You are big and we are small.
Oh, but look at our scientists today. Wilhelm Röntgen was, he received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1901 for the discovery of X-ray. X-rays, you go to X-ray.
But Marie Curie did that.
Oh, Marie Curie did radium, isn't it?
X-ray.
Yeah, and also Marie Curie was along with it. But listen to what he did. Marie Curie is also involved into it. We don't know much about Röntgen's life, because when he died, all of his things were destroyed. So we don't know what he did and how he did. But one very interesting part, one evening in his lab, Wilhelm Röntgen was sitting and doing some experiments. So what he did, he took a discharge tube, he sealed it completely with black carton, so no light would go in. Then he covered one side with barium. Barium is another element in the periodic table. And then he placed in the path of the rays, the fluorescent rays. Yeah, in Germany only. But what was he experimenting? When he put the fluorescent light, by mistake his wife came. Like mama comes, "Hey, come home, we're getting late." And she put her hand in the way. So instead of the light going from the barium plate and the fluorescent light coming, the wife was all around, she put her hand in. And suddenly a photograph came of the wife's hand, but this time he could see everything but the flesh, not the meat. He saw the bones, even the ring, the wedding ring he could see. He was like, wow, this is X-ray. And this is how he discovered it. So when mama comes to disturb you all when you're doing things, maybe you discover something. One more thing that was discovered by mistake is penicillin.
But we are not a scientist.
Of course you are my mini scientist. You are scientists without beards.
We are girl scientists.
Yeah, so as I promised you, after this I'll do an entire series on 12 women scientists. Alright? So today's scientist, Safia, what's his name?
Wilhelm Röntgen.
Yeah, and which country is he from?
Germany.
And what did he discover?
X-ray.
And he got a Nobel Prize in which science?
Physics.
Physics, fantastic.